So I'm doing barbell shrugs, one of the most simple basic exercises for traps, but people do it wrong quite a bit because they want to load it up with so much weight and they don't actually shrug, they just bob their head as they're holding heavy weight. You're not getting much trap development there. So like kind of the theme of this whole workout has been a full range of motion, squeezing the top, control the eccentric. So I only have 225 here and I'm doing 3 sets of 10 and I'm letting the weight really stretch my traps to the bottom. I'm coming up as high as I can, squeezing for 3 seconds and controlling it on the way down. And a set of 10 is really about all I can handle at this kind of weight. So it really just comes down to letting the ego go and controlling the weight, not just trying to move it around as fast as you can. So I'm gonna let this go down to a dead hang, really get a good stretch of my traps and come as high as possible and then down.
So you're really trying to maximize what you can get out of the weight on the bar.
And that is all I can do there. And my traps are super pumped up from that.
So for a strength athlete, obviously for a strong man, like they're going to be carrying things, they're going to be, you know, loading things. The upper back is usually not really a point of, well, for a lot of people it is a point of weakness, but if you're a strong man for long enough, you start to kind of build that up.
Trap tears happen a lot in strongman.
Yeah.
We have heavy farmer's walks. So really, like we talk about building that tissue around the joint is going to prevent those injuries, which is where movements like these are so important when you're training for strongman and powerlifting. You still want to have these movements in there for that reason, to build muscle, where you're not just focused on moving the weight. When you do the events, farmer's walks or deadlifts, whatever, you want to just move the weight because that's the event, that's what you're there for. But then you get to focus on how to strengthen those movements afterwards with your accessory lifts. And you can't train your accessory lifts with fast, explosive motions like that, where you're not going to be developing that muscle. So you need to have both aspects where we're going to move the weight for what we're trying to do for the event, and then the hypertrophy, bring up your weak points. So if you have an underdeveloped muscle, you're going to have a weak point. And this is a great way to bring the traps up by doing these nice, slow and controlled and squeezing as hard as you can.
And now for, not everybody's going to be able to do 225 on these, right? When you're doing the right range of motion. I've seen you program them in other ways, just holding 45-pound plates and going for time.
Yep.
Right? That's something that we've done before.
Yeah, dumbbells are a great way too.
Yep.
I do like doing plates, get a little more grip in your straps.
Yep.
Grab plates on the outside and on the sleeves right here, and do them nice and slow and controlled for super high reps.
Yeah.
That's to build your traps too, but you're gonna have that. You're gonna build your fingertips. Your grip's gonna get a lot better too, which a lot of people have grip issues. If it's powerlifting, they have grip issues on deadlifts. If it's a strong man, they're gonna have grip issues on farmer's walks. And it's a great way to strengthen your fingers by doing that way too. Yeah.
Same sort of idea here, just kind of progress weight over time, or what are you kind of looking at?
Yeah, I usually stick to the simple hypertrophy of 3 sets of 10. Maybe 8, I'll go as low as 8, but not any lower than that. I can do high reps here, 3 by 20, although the same thing when you have the timer intention like that. A set of 20 is gonna be very brutal, even if I were to do 135.
Yeah.
And keep that tempo, it's gonna burn like crazy, which is what we're going for though. Yep. All right, I got one more. Yeah, 3 sets of that, my traps are done.